Ready? Well, I think there's more formalities too.
I was gonna say, so if you get it, you're this month's Daisy Award winner. Congratulations. I'm Emily Ward, I'm the Associate Chief Nurse, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the background of the Daisy, and then we're gonna share some information about you, and we're gonna read the nomination, and then we're gonna share all your gifts with you. So the Daisy Award was founded by the Barnes family. They had a son, Patrick, who was diagnosed with cancer early in life, and had a lot of hospital care, and ultimately ended up succumbing to his disease process. But what they expected was that nurses would be great and take amazing care of him. What they didn't expect was that nurses would go above and beyond and do things that really touched them to their souls. And so after Patrick's passing, they started the DAISY Foundation, which stands for Diseases Attacking the Immune System. And this is an international award now, and there are actually several different types of daisies. There's a team daisy, there's a leader daisy, and you know, every month here at UIHC we celebrate, we read hundreds of nominations, and this month you were unanimously chosen as the winner. So we're going to share some information about you and then learn about the nomination.
Yay.
Okay, here we go. So Kayla Kennedy earned her BSN at Southern Illinois University in 2015 and began her nursing career on 2JCP, which is now level 10 in August of 2015. She transferred to the PICU in July of 2019, and since her transfer to the PICU, she has continued to build her nursing skill level by completing our most advanced level of cardiac training. She has proven to be a strong clinician. Throughout her career at UIHC, Kayla has shown unwavering compassion and consistently demonstrated a family-centered care approach when caring for her patients and families. Kayla is a true leader, a role model, and a reliable member of the healthcare team. She is a respected mentor to new and experienced staff nurses in the PICU and an outstanding team member, always putting the needs of others before herself.
Thank you.
All right, my turn. Okay, I'll try and do this without crying. I take my mask off because my nose is already starting to run. Okay, so on Sunday, May 16th, a long-term ECMO patient suddenly decompensated, requiring full resuscitative measures. Despite everyone's heroic efforts, it was clear that our patient would not survive. Further complicating the situation was that family was not present as they were driving from Des Moines to be with their son. After 65 plus days on ECMO, you really get to know your patient's likes and dislikes, and this little guy loved to snuggle and give hugs. The question was posed to the room if someone would be willing to hold and comfort our patient as they passed, and without hesitating, Kayla had her shoes off and climbed into bed to hold him tight, making sure he was surrounded by all of his babies and wrapped in his favorite blankets. In the final minutes of this little warrior's life, he was wrapped in love, compassion, and more importantly, did not pass alone. Writing this brings tears. That despite Kayla's own grief and sorrow, she wrapped him in her arms and loved on him until his parents could arrive. This simple act of love, selflessness, and compassion was a bright spot on a dark day. Pediatric nursing is a calling, and after what I witnessed that day, I'm even more convinced of that.
Much as I do, because I couldn't have done that without her. Like, she sat with me the whole time. She helped me put Braxton into my arms, let me love on him, and this could not have happened without you. So,
I appreciate that, but
thank you.
this is about you.
No, it's about you just as much as me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much. Thank you, everybody, just for being here and coming. Like, I don't even know what to say. He was special to me. So, thank you very much.
So, Kayla, we have a lot of things for you, right?
Okay.
In recognition of what you did. And so, you'll find as we go through some of this, some of the things you were just saying is very typical of what Daisy Award winners do say, right? So you gave your heart and that little guy and his family. And so they were lucky, I think for you, but then you're not doing it alone. You have a great team around you, which is really important too, and so evident, by all of you, right? So the Daisy Foundation created this award, like Emily was saying, and they have a definite way they want us to deliver it. And so I'm going to read some things to you because it's the wish of the Barnes that we deliver the Daisy Awards in this way. So we have a variety of things on the ledge for you, and there's a story behind every one, okay? So first of all, so bear with me while I read a few things, but here is your certificate, right? So in a really nice folder that says you are the Daisy Award winner. Okay, so that's for you to keep. Then there is a pen that I'm trying to get out of this envelope right now. It's for you. But there's a story behind this, right? So the Barnes say that when Patrick, who was their son, was in the hospital, that his stepmother, Bonnie Barnes, noticed the great tradition that nurses have for pins. And so they created this Daisy Award pin for you to wear, and we hope that you'll wear it proudly. So this is yours, right? And
Thank
so
you very
if
much.
you wanna, I'm
This
happy
is
to
very
put-
broken. I don't
Very
trust
broken?
that. We can put maybe a pocket for
There you
now.
go.
This is cracking in half. Like,
We need
sorry, I didn't get a new one. I know. Thank you so very much.
And then you just don't wanna run this through the washer.
No,
Okay, there you go.
thank you so
All
much.
right, so you have a pen, and so then, this is what's coming next, and I'll give it to you. This is so neat.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
This is a statue or a sculpture called the Healer's Touch. So let me read to you the story behind that. So this beautiful sculpture is for you too. It is called the Healer's Touch. And it is a wonderful representation of the bond between nurses and their patients. So these sculptures are hand carved by artists in Zimbabwe, and each piece is signed by one of the many Shona artists that the Daisy Foundation supports. So if you look at that, you'll see probably around the base that there is the artist's name inscribed into that. And so as you may know, the economy and politics of Zimbabwe have been in turmoil for decades, and the artists are able to support hundreds of people and their families with the work of carving these sculptures. So, they'd like all of us to take the opportunity to go to the daisyfoundation.org website, because there's a video that two of the artists have made to show how they create those sculptures out of serpentine stone. So the Daisy Foundation feels that nurses are reaching around the world and impacting the lives of these very special artists. And the artists are filled with gratitude to nurses for their work. Okay? Now we have a gift folder for you, and it's got some different things in there about the Daisy Foundation and the ability to apply for scholarship and whatnot. So you'll want to read through that, okay? All right, so we have this box, and I'm not going to make you hold it here,
Oh my gosh.
but this is for you. It is a box of cinnamon rolls.
Oh, okay, I'll definitely take it.
You can choose to do with it what
Everyone
you
take
wish.
one.
All right, there you go. So let me read about this. So this was Patrick's favorite treat, cinnamon rolls. So there are several reasons why the Daisy Foundation asks that cinnamon rolls be served at Daisy celebrations. So first, when Pat was ill and had lost his appetite, one morning he asked for a bite of cinnamon roll that his dad had brought for his own breakfast, and he ended up eating the whole thing. So his dad, Mark, had mixed emotions about this, but was glad Pat was finally eating something. So that night, as the family was leaving, Pat asked his dad and stepmom to bring him a cinnamon roll the next day, and to be sure to bring in enough for all of the nurses in the unit. So those cinnamon rolls were Pat's thank you to his nurses, and the Daisy Foundation wants all nurses to share in this treat as a gift of gratitude to all of you today. And so the second reason that we bring cinnamon rolls is that nursing is a real team sport, and you spoke to that perfectly, right? So we have never seen better teamwork than what we see among all of you. And so the cinnamon rolls are to celebrate your team and to give you all an opportunity to stop for a few minutes and share something special together. So finally, almost without exception, when a nurse receives the Daisy Award, the humble response is, I didn't do anything special, I was just doing my job. And you really talked about that too. What the Daisy nurse may not realize, however, is that when nurses are just doing their job, they have such an important and meaningful impact on the lives of so many people, many more than their patients. So that's why Daisy asks that cinnamon rolls be shared at every presentation. Their message is, whenever you smell a cinnamon roll, whenever you taste one, whenever you think of one, or if you're at home baking with cinnamon, please remind yourself of how very special you are. Whenever you're just doing your job and not doing anything special, you're making a positive difference in a patient and of their family's life. You are making the world a better place because you are a nurse. And we at the Daisy Foundation salute and honor you. So please enjoy the cinnamon rolls as Pat's gift, an everlasting thank you for being a nurse. You are truly very, very special people. So, we collectively want to thank you, for all that you do and all that you did for that little guy. And I would imagine that Pam would have something she'd want to say to you as well before we have some photo ops.
I want you guys all know you could be anywhere and work in pediatrics, and thank you for choosing us to spend your career with us and do what you do. And that family, they will be forever grateful for your impact during the whole stay of their child's care and being there with them and for them during that time. So I hope you know that. And with the rest of the team, you could have only done what you did that day, knowing that everybody else was out there doing what they were doing and supporting you to do what you were doing. So it takes an entire team. So thank you to all of you for being here for each other, with and for the team, with and for our patients and their families. Just thank you for all you do every day. We're so honored to be part of your team. So.
It's a lot, thank you. And thank everybody. I think of them often, so this is special. Appreciate it.
We're absolutely welcome and deserving. So the final part of